Hey everybody. So we are on day 11 of the 40-day soul fast. I am getting on track again, y'all. I lost a little focus, but I'm here. We are doing this thing together. So day 11 is all about becoming. So she says that the soul is the aspect of your whole being that correlates, integrates, and lives everything going on within the various dimensions of yourself. Okay, so it involves your appetite, it involves your ambitions, it involves thoughts and motives. Okay. And she said that, and I think we've covered this before, that the human species is the only being that has a soul. Animals don't have souls, right? And she says that every human being has a measure of about 21 grams that are lost when you pass away. And animals don't have that, so they can see it. And you've seen bodies when they leave, when they pass on. You can see where there's something missing. They look lifeless, right? Well, of course they're deceased, but I'm saying you could tell that something's missing from that person, and that's their soul. And you see animals, it doesn't look the same as it does with a person. Okay, so you said you also have a spirit, which is God's intended to open the communication up with him. And you can rule, it rules over your soul. He rules over your soul and your body. So God intended for you to have this soul so you can remain connected to him. When the spirit, soul, body are out of order, you become governed by the external forces rather than the inner stream of the living water. And we know that when we ain't doing right, we know it. We don't feel right. When you're not living right, when you're not walking in love, when you're not connected to God, you feel it within you. You feel that something about it is wrong. I'm just doing wrong. You feel that heaviness, you feel that weight, and you're yearning. Your soul is yearning to connect back with the source. You know that. You know you need to be plugged back in. You can tell I'm unplugged. I don't know what happened. But here's the plug. Can I get a sprout? Can I get connected, God? Can I get it? So sin is certainly one of the factors God is looking for in your heart. Okay. So he wants to help you overcome your sin. But the incredible good news is that God desires your soul to prosper, to rise to a higher level of existence, and he's working within you every day. When you were formed in the womb, that's when he was connecting with you, according to Sister Trim, right? So another primary reason for the 40-day soul fast is developing the characteristics of discipline. I like how she talks about this. Everything relates back. If you want to do anything in your life, whether it be working out, whether it be sobriety, if you struggle with any type of substance, or if you struggle with any type of overeating, procrastination, sex addiction, it takes discipline, right? If you want to be a better parent to your children, you have to discipline yourself so you're not easily angry. If you're someone that's easily triggered to get angry, then you need to adopt a discipline of peace. The serenity prayer. If you're not familiar with that, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I'm gonna do a video about that. I think I'm gonna do that soon, probably after this call, because that prayer is so life changing when you really understand what it means. But there is discipline that comes with becoming. So she talks about this is the season of becoming. Day 11 is all about becoming. So when you're becoming what God has called you to be, becoming who you are called to be in the earth, becoming that better you, it takes discipline. That's the character, discipline, right? So it's so many things that she talks about with this. But she says, Paul had a lot to say about the discipline and how God wants us to be disciplined in all that we say and do. But he also warned us against the dangers of legalism and abolishment. So if we are someone that is all about trying to tell somebody what you can't do, what you need to be doing, what you ain't doing you need to focus on yourself. The Bible talks about that plank, focus on the plank in your eye rather than the speck in someone else's. And what I learned when I was talking to my prayer group earlier today, that the plank, I think the reason why we see the speck in someone else's eye, because it's the plank. You know how sometimes you have something obscuring your vision? You kind of see it when you look away. So you see that little piece and you think that's their plank, that's an issue for them, but you're seeing yourself. So focus on yourself and what you need to work on rather than someone else, and just walk in love. When you love people through whatever they're going through, you pray for them, you intercede for them, you just do nice things for them. They know what they got to work on. People that have struggles, they know. Some people want to say, oh, okay, this is who I am, and let me live out loud and all these other things. And, I'm a loud person, I'm an angry person. This is just a part of my personality, but it doesn't have to be. Because Paul tells us in Galatians 5 and 23 through 22 through 23. Ooh, I'm struggling to talk today, Jesus. 22 through 23, that we should adopt the fruits of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and what? Self-control, which is discipline. So if we are operating in the fruits of the Spirit, we ain't got time to be worried about what someone else is doing. All we have time to do is just love them. In the midst of what you got is a mess. I see it as a mess. However, I'm going to love you through it because I know I got my own mess going on. So I ain't got time to be focusing on you and what you got going on. I need to be focusing on me and what I got going on. So in Colossians 3 and 12 through 14, it says, so chosen by God for this new life of love, dressed in a wardrobe God picked out for you. Compassion, kindness, humility, quiet strength, discipline, even tempered. Okay, you got some even temperedness. Content with second place. Are you content with not always winning? All I do is win. Everybody ain't winning all the time. You win. Ain't nobody always winning. Sometimes we need to be content with second place. Quick to forgive an offense. Are you still struggling with something somebody did to you in 1925? Not 1925, but 1995. Okay, if there's some people on this call that's that old, please don't be still dealing with something from 1925. But I was trying to be funny with 1995 and went too far back. Okay, 2023. What about yesterday? Are you still upset with your man, your woman, your friend, your cousin and them? It's something that they did to you? Let it go. You got too much you need to work on to be worried about that foolishness, right? So he says, forgive as quickly and completely as the master forgave you. And regardless of what else you put on, wear love. It is your basic all-purpose garment. Never be without it, okay? So I know that you're walking in love when you're listening to this listening to this video. So thank you for loving me to receive it. Hopefully I receive your love while you like and sharing it. Let us walk in discipline today, okay? Let us be, let's reinforce. She says, reinforce your victories. Each day, write down an instance you chose to think of a loving thought instead of an unloving thought. Okay, so that's our goal for today. Write a time down where you were thinking about something. Write down a time where you can think of something loving instead of what you did. So think about what you did that you know you shouldn't have did, and then write down what you should have did. Okay. I struggled through, but you stayed with me. Thank you. This is day 11 of the 40-day soul fast. I hope this blessed you. Talk to you soon. Please like and share. Thank you.